Hey everyone, thank you for watching. Today's video hopefully is going to be a fun one. Today you have requested to see letting a coin flip pick my makeup. I was struggling in one of my last trying new makeup videos, couldn't decide what eye look, and I literally said maybe I should just flip a coin. And I thought, wouldn't that be a funny video? And the comments were overwhelmingly telling me that I need to do a coin flip picks my makeup. We're taking it back to the 2016, 2017 beauty YouTube challenges, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, before we jump in, I do start my videos with an outfit of the day. Today I just have on this romper. I've had it for a while. I think maybe I got it from like Express. I want to say maybe it's from Express. So that's what we're wearing. And so again, the premise of today's video is I have some different items in front of me, like a full coverage foundation or versus a like tinted SPF, a cream bronzer versus a powder bronzer, like same with like blushes, highlights, a matte lipstick versus a lip gloss, a colorful eyeshadow palette versus a neutral eyeshadow palette. And we're gonna let the coin flip decide how everything turns out. So I'm excited. Let me get you zoomed in and we'll jump into this. I'm slightly nervous. All right, hi everyone. Gonna clip my hair back. You know, I don't feel like I thought so many people were gonna say that you wanted to see this video. Like, I don't know. I feel like these challenges that we used to do back in the day have been making a resurgence on like TikTok, but I didn't know if people would really want to see them on YouTube. I'm also very curious how I'm going to do this because I'm filming for YouTube at the same time I'm filming for TikTok, and I'm like, how am I going to do this with like the coin flip? I don't know. We're going to figure it out as we go along, but that's fine. You know, 2016 YouTube days were a lot easier where you were just filming for YouTube and thinking about your thumbnail, okay? So now you got to think about every platform. I've lost my coin. But I also thought this would be a fun, carefree little video and maybe it'll get some laughs. So starting off with our primers, I chose out the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. It's a little bit more like of a blurring primer. You have it in the little jar here versus the Lawless Beauty Set the Stage Hydrating Primer Serum. So this one is like very lightweight, very liquidy. So two different types of primers, and they're going to give you two different types of finishes. So I will do heads is going to be e.l.f., tails is going to be Lawless. Okay, heads is e.l.f., tails Lawless. I dropped it. It is, wait for it, it's heads. It is heads. You see? Heads. Heads it is. I have a nickel. It's not great. It's not great for me. But what did I say? Heads is e.l.f., tails is Lawless. I might need to be writing these down as I go, otherwise I'm afraid I'm gonna forget. But I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Obviously, loving this one. So I just did, my last video that I posted was the best brands I feel in every category, and for primers I gave it to e.l.f. So I wanted to include at least one e.l.f. primer here, but their Poreless Putty got so many good reviews. I know it was compared obviously to the Tatcha Poreless Primer or whatever that was called, but e.l.f. makes great primers. They're very affordable. There we go. I've been testing out a new moisturizer and I just have to stop because it is pilling everywhere. I've been testing it out this week and I feel like I said it in another video too. Okay, I gotta stop. I feel like it's good. I feel like I can review this moisturizer now. All right, so next up we're moving over to foundations. So I have the Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is, I don't really own any full coverage foundations to be honest, but this one is my more medium to full coverage, if you will. And then we have from Ilia their C Beyond Triple Serum SPF 40. So this one is a very, doesn't really offer like a lot of coverage. It has a little bit of tint to it. So this is great for like my no makeup days. I really enjoy it. I thought I'd bring in two kind of older products, if you will. The Estee Lauder is like really older. The Ilia, you know, a couple of years, but in makeup land, it's a long time. So heads is going to be Double Wear. Tails is going to be Ilia Beauty. Heads, Estee Lauder. Tails, Ilia Beauty. Got it. Okay, it's tails. Tails, ladies and gentlemen. I'm afraid, I feel like I'm gonna be cutting the video because again I'm filming for both, but I'm really not cheating. You can check the TikTok, okay? Like I'm just trying to film in multiple areas. So, oh, this is so funny. Okay, I was like kind of excited to use the Estee Lauder just because it's like been a minute since I've reached in for it, especially with it being like warmer weather. I haven't been going for like as much coverage. I've been doing a lot of the Ilia Beauty. I also really like the Undefined Sun Serum that's sitting out right here. I mentioned Dior in that best of brands video because I really love their Backstage Face and Body, which is more of a light coverage. But again, I haven't used the Ilia for a while, and so I thought this is just like a fun, relaxing video, if you will. So I just put a little bit into my hands here. It's very liquidy. And just apply it with my fingers. It's driving me crazy though, since that moisturizer is pilling on me. I'm like, I don't really know how good this is gonna look. Sorry, Benefit, your skincare is not vibing with me. For concealer, we have a pot concealer, also a little bit more like mattifying, if you will, the Nars Soft Matte. And then a radiant concealer. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, the Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer. So head is going to be Nars, tails is going to be Charlotte Tilbury. Heads, Nars, tails, Charlotte Tilbury. I just know I'm gonna mess up one of these times. All right, here we go. No. Okay, it is, wait for it, it's heads. It is heads. How many times do you think I'm gonna catch it? It's probably not gonna be a lot. All right, so heads is Nars, the Soft Matte. This works out really well, actually. So I don't know what happened in my best brands in every category, but as I was posting it, and like I'd already posted it live, and I was like tagging brands on my Instagram post when I shared it to be like, oh, you know, I posted a video, go watch it. I was like, wait a second. I feel like when I was doing my description box that I didn't mention Benefit Cosmetics, who I talked about for brows. And I was like, wait, and then I went back to my video and I realized there was a whole missing clip. So also concealer didn't make it in there. And I did say for concealer, because I said I didn't have like a really specific brand for every single category, but I said for Nars, like I obviously love their Soft Matte. I've used this one in Creme Brulee so often using the Beauty A506. Like I've used this so often, it really came in handy when I was really struggling with acne. A pot concealer I found great for covering acne scars, even like active acne, that kind of thing. So I've just loved my Soft Matte for such a long time. But for some reason that clip, I don't know what happened with that clip. It was just gone and I was like, what in the heck? So that was sad. So I am just gonna apply this to any like redness on my face, and also my under eyes. I do blend the eyes out like a little bit more, but honestly when I use the Nars Soft Matte, I often don't really blend around my face and I just kind of add my powder on top. And I feel like especially that way, since I'm normally grabbing into this for like acne coverage reasons, I just find using the powder just helps everything stay longer, stay covered, all those good things. But I do love me the Nars. Okay, and then for powder, moving right along, I wanted to do a couple different options for face powder. So I have from Dior, the Powder No Powder. So this has been a favorite of mine for many years. And this one is definitely more of a full coverage powder. A lot of times when I'm doing this, I do it more with like the Ilia, something that's very light coverage, or even just like a concealer, and then I will put powder on top of it because this gives, again, more coverage. It's a little bit heavier on the skin, but this is truly like a filter and a compact. It's just like, shoop, it's so blurring, it's so smoothing. I've gone through so many of these. So this is going to be Heads. Heads is Dior, Powder No Powder. Tails is going to be a newer one to me, and this is from Givenchy, the Prisme Libre. I just purchased this one from Sephora, one of their little minis that just got released. So this to me, again, I've only tried it a couple of times, but I wanted to do a pressed powder versus a loose powder. And this one to me, I mean, really anything against the Dior I think will be different because I don't have another powder that's as heavy as the Dior, and I don't necessarily mean that in a bad way. It's just, it's a powder that's gonna give you more oomph, whereas this one I feel like is more light coverage, but it's still really beautiful and blurring, but also not that it's like radiant, but it kind of gives like a nice glow, where I wouldn't say the Dior does that. So Heads is Dior, Tails is Givenchy. Ooh, this is a pricey category. Heads Dior, Tails Givenchy. Oh, it's Tails! Oh, okay. Wait, can we see? Can we see that it's Tails? I don't know if you can see. Okay, Tails. Wow. I feel like the coin is like, I have a dethroned makeup video coming up and I feel like the coin knows. The coin knows. Okay, so the Givenchy powder, I am actually going to use this on my under eyes as well. Then the Dior, I use the shade 3N on my face, but I also have this powder in 2N that I use on my under eyes. So I was just going to do both, but for Givenchy, I'm just going to use this one. I'm gonna flip it over and kind of shake it a little bit, get some in the cap here, and then use the little applicator that came with it. Oh, I'm kind of shook. And then just tapping this on my under eyes first. And also, I probably could have used a brush for this, but I'm just gonna keep taking the little puff here and tap all over my skin. Ooh, it's kind of fun. I'm like having a really good time. Okay, so let's move over to, let's do bronzer just because I'm like so curious. Like, what is the coin gonna tell me to do? I'm just gonna live like, I should live the rest of my weekend this way. I'm filming this on a Friday. I should just let the coin decide all of my weekend plans. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so for bronzer, I have the Rare Beauty bronzer stick. This is a favorite of mine. It's a cream bronzer. It's beautiful. So stunning, but I feel like I haven't used it in a minute. I've been trying a lot of new bronzers, so I thought let's bring out the Rare Beauty for this. So Rare Beauty is going to be heads, and then tails is going to be from L'Oreal, the Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Bronzer. So this one is a powder bronzer. It's drugstore. Again, it's just a favorite of mine. I think that it's so beautiful. This one, the Rare Beauty, I still would say is more of a matte bronzer, but because it's cream, I feel like it can give a little bit of like luminosity, if you will, and the L'Oreal is like a straight matte bronzer. So those are the differences between the two. It's Rare Beauty, tails, L'Oreal. We have tails. Okay, so tails is L'Oreal. All right, wow. I don't know why. I thought it was gonna be, I thought I knew the coin. Apparently I don't. So we're gonna use the L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible Bronzer. I'm gonna use the BK Beauty 103 to apply this. Do love this bronzer. It's affordable. I picked mine up on Amazon. And it's just one of those very easily buildable, blendable bronzers. Two of my favorite words. So in my best brands in each category video, I mentioned Charlotte Tilbury for both bronzer and blush, but I didn't want to include them in both categories. But for blush, we have Charlotte versus Charlotte. So I have the Cheek to Chic in Pillow Talk. This is going to be heads. This is a powder blush, and I think that it's really stunning. And then I also have that against the liquid blush. This one is one of the Beauty Light wands, and this is in Pinkgasm. So we have a powder blush versus the liquid blush. Heads, tails. Heads, powder, tails, liquid. Okay. Heads, powder, tails, liquid. Oh, it's tails. It's tails again. Wow, it's tails again. Ooh, okay. My dog just got up from across the room and was like, what, you okay? Everything all right? I apparently sounded very concerned. Okay, so we're going to use, I haven't used this blush in a while, so I also do have her matte blush wands, which I thought of using too because this has like some glow to it as well, but I haven't used these in such a long time, so I wanted to pull it out. So that's what we're going to use. Again, this one is in Pinkgasm. On the floof ball here, and then go ahead and start to tap it onto my cheek. Oh. Might have gone a little too hard, Samantha. It's been a while since you used a liquid blush. Okay, and then I'm just going to blend this out with a duo fiber. Oh, she's so pretty though. Oh, look at that pretty glow. Oh, she's cute. Like, this is gonna make me want to use this like all summer long because it's so easy to apply and it's lightweight, but it gives this really pretty glow, just like this flush, like naturally beautiful cheeks. That's what I love about the Charlotte Tilbury cheek products. They're just like you, but a better you. I wanted to include a highlight category as well. I don't highlight all that often, but I did feature highlights in my best of, you know, every brand. I don't know why that's so hard for me to say. And I just thought it would be fun to have another category in this video. So again, we're doing powder versus liquid. So I have both from Ofra Cosmetics. I did mention these as the best brand for highlighters. So I have one of the highlighters that I did in collaboration with them. This one is in Dream Chaser. It's so beautiful. You can also find this in my Life's a Draft palette that has eyeshadows, blush, bronzer, and then also the highlighter. And I'm trying to think when they came out with their liquid highlighters. I feel like it was pretty recently. So this one, their liquid highlighter, and I have the shade Monroe. So heads is going to be Dream Chaser, tails is going to be Monroe. Okay, heads, Dream Chaser, tails, Monroe. Oh, it's tails again. Okay, I'm starting to feel that like tails never fails. You know what I'm saying? Tails never. Okay, so we have more. Okay, so we had powder bronzer, liquid blush. Now we got liquid highlight. Okay, so I typically, what I was doing when I was trying these was I just put like a little bit onto my finger and then tapped it out. That's what I'm gonna do. Again, I just don't, I'm not highlighting a ton, and I feel like for liquid highlighter, you still need like a really small amount. So I'm just taking Monroe. I'm going to tap this in. I wonder if I put my other highlight Start Inspired, if the coin would have picked that, because it's got pan in it. But it's just gonna add a little bit of extra, ooh, glow to the cheeks here. Do a little bit on my nose as well. Like sometimes when I try a really good highlight, then I'm like, why don't I wear highlight as much again? Like the coin is showing me what I want that I'm not doing. The blushes, the highlight. Okay, I get it, coin. I see your end goal here. All right, from brows, I actually have in here from Lawless Beauty. This is not who I mentioned for the brow category. I mentioned Benefit, but I just have their brow pencils. So for Lawless, I have both of their brow pencil and also their soft set creamy brow wax. So this is kind of more of like your tinted brow gel, if you will. So pencil is going to be heads. Brow gel is going to be tails. I'm better with a pencil, but I also feel like right now we're kind of going for that very no makeup, makeup-ish type of vibes. So I feel like maybe the coin will pick the tinted brow gel, because that's what I use this when I'm just kind of like running out the door, or like maybe I'm like wearing a hat and I really don't need like full brows type of thing. So okay, coin, what you got in store for me? This is pencil, tails is gel. It's heads. Oh, plot twist. Heads. I was totally talking myself into thinking it was going to be tails and the brow gel, and I was going to be fine with it. Even though I want to film another video after this, and like sometimes I don't have the most confidence because okay, it's fine. Everything's fine. Okay, so we're going to use the brow pencil. I do love this one from Lawless Beauty. I use the shade Oak. It's their soft fill brow pencil. I just feel like it's so easy to use. My lashes, my brows look good every time. So highly recommend this one. Next up is eyeshadow though, and I am slightly terrified. Brows, I think we're looking good. I am totally surprised, but I think we're looking good for brows. And next up is eyeshadow. So I wanted to do a neutral palette versus a colorful palette. I thought of doing like a Super Shock versus an eyeshadow palette. I thought about doing a ColourPop Super Shock versus a Natasha palette, because that's what I mentioned in my video. But I was looking over all of my palettes and I thought this would be a fun way to do it. So for a neutral palette, I have from Sigma Beauty. This is one of my favorites. This is the Ambiance palette. I've actually been wearing this a lot this week. I think it's beautiful for like warm weather, and I love the golds. So there we go. And then for a colorful palette, I wanted to pull out one that's a little bit newer to me. This is from Unearthly Cosmetics. This is the Don't Be Jelly palette. Okay, I have done one look with this palette so far. When I was talking about the Creators and Friends retreat that was happening in May that I helped plan and host, Unearthly was one of our sponsors, and they sent along the Don't Be Jelly palette. So we have heads is going to, whoa, here we go. Heads is going to be the Ambiance palette. Tails is going to be Unearthly, Don't Be Jelly. Okay, heads, Ambiance, tails, Unearthly. Oh, it's heads. Okay, it is heads. I don't know how I feel about this. I thought, my dog is over here again, like, you okay, girl? Good job, you protected mom. You protect mom. Thank you. You tell everybody, come here. I'm all zoomed in. I don't know if anyone will be able to see you. I'll do your clip at the end for sure. You went to the spa this morning and you have a pretty necklace on. We'll show everybody at the end, okay? I do little clips of my dog at the end now, since usually she wants to lay on the floor by me. But she was so concerned, she came running over and was like, what? What? Again, I am just more of a neutral lover. I feel like it's what I'm just a little bit better at. So I was gonna use the Unearthly. Again, I'm not trying to cheat in this video. it's about the suspense, really. But I feel a little bit more confident with the Sigma, but I'll definitely do some more looks with the Unearthly. And I'm really hoping I think my Heather Austin package, I feel like maybe it got lost or like misplaced. It feels like we have a lot of issues happening with our mail right now, like at my complex specifically. I got someone else's package the other day and I didn't even look, you know, I just opened it and then I was like, I don't remember ordering all this stuff. But the weirdest thing is with clothing, and it was all in my size. So then I thought someone like sent me PR. I was so confused. No, it turns out it was for one of my neighbors. I felt like such a dingbat when I had to go tell her that. Okay, so for the Sigma, I know this is kind of a longer video, so we'll just try to go pretty quickly. So I'm gonna use Daylily right here. This is a BK Beauty 201. And I'm just going to run this along my lid and crease here. Again, we're just gonna do something kind of basic. I mean, I was just probably gonna use a couple of colors with the Unearthly as well, but we'll put together something pretty here. I do love the Sigma Beauty palettes. They are having a sale right now, a customer appreciation sale. So there's 30% off on the website, but if you use my affiliate code, it actually goes to 40%. And my code is Samantha. So I do love their eyeshadow palettes. I mentioned them under best brushes because they are fabulous. I'm also using my Sigma switch right next to me, and then I'm gonna use the E54. Oh, this one I believe came with the Ambiance palette. And I really wanna use the shade Midas. This really pretty shade right here. So Midas, I'm just gonna add all over the lid. And this is like a gold, but it almost has like, how do I explain this one? Like it has a little bit of warmth to it, like marigold in this palette I think is really beautiful because it is kind of like that classic marigold shade. But this one also has such a pretty bronze effect to it. I don't know how to explain it, but I think that it's so stunning. And their shadows are so easy to use and work with. Quick, neutral, simple. And then for the lower lash line, I'm gonna take the E30 and I'm gonna mix some Oasis with the Daylily. So a little bit darker shade with a little bit of that lighter matte. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of luster for a little pop in the inner corner and also brow bone. Classic Samantha look. Oh, this coin got me tripping. Like, I don't know what it's gonna be doing. Like right when I think I have it figured out, I don't got it figured out. Now it's up for the coin to decide if we're doing false lashes or mascara. Okay, I'm sweating. I don't do false lashes very often. I have more sensitive eyes, but I mean, it had to be an option, right? Like it had to be, I lost the coin again. It had to be an option for this video. So for false lashes, I have from BK Beauty, this is the collab with Risa Does Makeup, and I have the Martini Lashes versus the mascara. I have right in front of me from L'Oreal, their Telescopic Lift. I mentioned L'Oreal and also Maybelline in my best of category because these drugstore brands I just think have great mascara products. So heads is lashes, tails is mascara. Oh. All right, we have, it's tails, it's tails, it's tails, it's tails. My dog again is like, what is happening to you? This video is stressing my dog out. Oh my gosh. Whew. Okay. Again, if you're looking for great lashes, the BK Beauty and Risa lashes are fun ones. If you like half lash styles, the Martini lashes are great. When I want an elevated look and I feel okay that my eyeballs will probably hurt the next morning, I go with lashes. But other than that, I typically tend to stick with mascaras. So I'm gonna use the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift. Okay, Telescopic Lift. Telescopic is a different mascara. I am so stressed right now. You know, it's a good thing I already had my yearly labs drawn and where they're checking my cortisol. I'm just waiting to get my results back. But if my cortisol was really high and they'd call and they'd be like, why are you so stressed? I'd be like, did you see my coin flip picks my makeup video challenge? Did you? It's the only stressful thing going on in my life right now, okay? Crazy to me that we are almost done with this video. I just have, what, lip products? And we are done. If there are any other videos you want to see from me, please let me know. Any other challenge videos, any challenge videos you want me to resurrect from old school beauty YouTube days, or any like just videos in general that we used to do a lot of in the past. I mean, I have so much fun kind of like revisiting favorites and all of that, and just kind of talking about like the good old days. That's kind of what I felt my best brands in every category video kind of was about, because it was like brands that have really kind of stood the test of time in these certain categories and that I still use and still buy and all those things. So always, if you have any ideas, please leave them in the comments for me, because y'all be coming up with some fun ones. All right, a final category, we have lips. So we are going to do a gloss versus a matte bullet lipstick. So I mentioned both of these in my best brands video. So I really enjoyed the Lawless lip gloss and also the tinted lip balm, but I thought the gloss would be, you know, a little bit more different. So this is their line smoothing gloss. And then from Charlotte Tilbury, I mentioned these for lip liners and lipsticks. This is the Matte Revolution in Very Victoria. So we have heads is going to be gloss, tails is going to be the Charlotte Tilbury. Truly have no idea, no idea. The coin has got me all flustered. Okay, heads, Lawless, tails, Charlotte Tilbury. Oh, it's tails, it's tails. Tails, we got tails. Okay, Charlotte Tilbury, wow. I thought it was gonna be the gloss because we've been kind of doing this like summer no makeup, and I thought maybe the gloss, oh, the lip oil would have been a good one. Should I do this again? Should I do a part two? Should I do a part two with my friend Ashley? Now that's an idea. For lip liner, I feel like I should use the Charlotte Tilbury, but where is it? I'm doing Charlotte Tilbury Love Trap. Her lip cheat lip liners are amazing. Okay, and then coming in with a Very Victoria favorite and a Holy Grail. I feel like a gloss, maybe, like I probably would have preferred a gloss with this eye look, but it wasn't up to my preferences. It was up to the coin. So after that, that is it for this makeup look, and the coin flip picks my makeup. We did it. That was exhilarating. Let me know what you think. Let me know if the coin surprised you at any point. I will have all of the products that I used listed down below, but this is the final look. I definitely feel like the coin was giving us a carefree, summer, beachy, no makeup-ish type of vibes, and then we threw a matte lip on top just for funsies and did a little bit extra with the brows versus just a brow gel. But I feel like she had her mind made up. Like, she knew what was going on, she knew what she wanted, and this was a lot of fun. I hope you enjoyed seeing this video, a little bit of an old school type video, and I had a lot of fun with it too. Again, if you have any other videos that you would like to see from me, please do let me know. If you want to see any other creators do the style of video, tag them on this video. Let them know that you want to see it. Other than that though, that is it. If you enjoyed this one, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. I hope you also consider subscribing before you go, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye. I think I should have a coin flip. Choose what I have for dinner. Like nachos or salad. I think I'm just gonna make nachos. I clearly stressed Aries out because she's unsure what's going on, but oh, she's a good girl. You went to the spa today? Look at the little necklace that they gave you. And you got, yeah, tell them you got a bath and a nail trim. They cleaned your ears. But it was so exciting to go to daycare because she hasn't been able to go back since her cancer diagnosis. Her, you know, immune system isn't as strong and all of that. We don't want her to get sick or hurt. Even like a cut can be harder to heal. Again, she's gonna hop on the chair like she was behind me working this whole time. But you helped me out. I know, you felt my stress with this video, but she had so fun. All of the daycare people said she had such a good day, and I know they really enjoyed seeing her because it's been, you know, she used to go every single week, and it's been 6 weeks since she's been there. So it's a really special day today. So thanks for helping me film, Aries. Thanks for keeping me calm. Thanks for keeping me calm during that. Oh, she's so sweet. Good girl.